Let me ask you something serious. What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the speed at which you learn? Think about it carefully. The person who earns more learns skills faster. The person who speaks better English learned faster. The confident entrepreneur learned faster. The fit, disciplined individual learned faster. Success is not random. It is accumulated learning. And here's the uncomfortable truth most people never admit. You are not stuck because you are not smart. You are stuck because you were never taught how to learn properly. School taught you what to think. It rarely taught you how to think. You were told to memorize. You were told to repeat. You were told to pass exams. But real life rewards skill, not memorization. And skill is built through a system. Today, I'm going to give you that system. Not motivation, not hype, not fake productivity tricks, a real framework. By the end of this video, you will understand how to learn anything: coding, English, business, fitness, communication, design, trading, or any skill in a structured, powerful way. And once you understand this process, you will never feel stuck again. Before you practice a skill, you must fix your mindset, because the biggest reason people fail is not lack of effort, it's wrong direction. Working hard in the wrong direction is still slow progress. Imagine trying to build a house without a blueprint. You buy bricks, you buy cement, you start building walls randomly. 2 weeks later, you realize the door is in the wrong place, the kitchen layout makes no sense, you destroy it, and rebuild. That is how most people learn. They consume random videos, they read random books, they follow random advice. They collect information like souvenirs, but information is not skill. Fast learners do something different. Before they start practicing, they ask, what are the main components of this skill? What does good look like? What do professionals actually focus on? What are common beginner mistakes? What should be learned first, second, third? This step is called strategic learning. It saves months. For example, if you want to learn English fluently, you don't start with rare vocabulary or complex grammar rules. You first understand most daily conversations use simple structures. High-frequency words matter more than rare words. Speaking practice builds fluency faster than silent reading. Now you have a map. And when you have a map, speed increases. Clarity removes confusion. Confusion slows everything down. Here is something powerful. If something feels too complex, you are looking at it incorrectly. Every complex skill is made of smaller parts. Coding, logic plus syntax plus practice. Fitness, nutrition plus training plus recovery. Business, value plus marketing plus systems. Break it down. Your brain remembers simplicity. If you read something and think, wow, that sounds deep, but you cannot explain it in your own words, you didn't learn it. Real learning means you can explain it simply, you can teach it, you can apply it. If you want to test your understanding, do this. Close your book, close the video, explain the concept out loud as if you are teaching a 10-year-old. If you struggle, you found your weakness. And that's good, because awareness speeds improvement. Most people overwhelm themselves. They try to master everything at once, and when progress feels slow, they quit. But here's reality. In almost every skill, a small number of actions produce most of the results. If you learn the critical basics first, you feel progress quickly. Early progress builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. For example, in fitness, mastering basic compound movements creates most strength gains. In communication, improving clarity and tone improves most interactions. In business, learning how to solve a real problem creates most income. Don't chase perfection, chase impact. Ask yourself, if I had only 30 days, what would matter most? Start there. Modern life trains you to multitask. Notifications, messages, scrolling, switching apps every few minutes. But mastery demands focus. If you try to learn 5 skills at once, you dilute your power. But if you focus deeply on one skill for 60 to 90 days, something powerful happens. Your brain strengthens specific neural pathways. Patterns become automatic. Confidence grows. Scattered attention produces average results. Focused attention produces mastery. Choose one primary skill, commit to it fully. Remove distractions. Track progress daily. You will grow faster than you ever have before. Once your foundation is correct, speed comes from momentum. Momentum is psychological and neurological. When the brain detects progress, it releases motivation chemicals that encourage repetition. If progress feels invisible, motivation declines. That is why the first week matters more than most people realize. Instead of aiming for perfection, aim for measurable small victories. For example, in English learning, speak 10 basic sentences confidently in week 1. In fitness, complete 5 scheduled workouts. In coding, build 1 simple functional program. In writing, publish 1 short structured piece. Small wins signal progress to the brain. When the brain senses progress, effort feels meaningful. To accelerate learning, follow 3 principles. Clarity. Define exactly what you are learning and why. Vague goals produce vague results. Specific goals create direction. Instead of saying, I want to improve at business, define, I will learn how to create and sell 1 simple digital product in 60 days. Specificity improves focus. Concentration. Practice without distraction. Even 30 minutes of deep focus daily is more powerful than 3 hours distracted. Silence notifications, remove interruptions, protect your practice time. Quality attention builds stronger neural connections. Consistency, repetition over intensity. 5 hours in one day, followed by 6 days of inactivity, slows progress. 45 minutes focused daily for 30 days builds transformation. Frequency builds identity. This is where most learners fail. They watch, they read, they highlight, they feel productive, but they rarely produce. Skill is built through output. Reading about swimming does not teach the body to swim. Watching fitness videos does not build muscle. Studying communication theory does not improve speaking ability. The brain strengthens through struggle and recall. To make learning active, explain what you learned without notes. Teach it to someone else. Apply it immediately in a small project. Test yourself regularly. Seek challenges that force performance. Mistakes are not evidence of failure. They are signals of adaptation. Growth lives inside discomfort. The final difference between average learners and high performers is discipline in repetition. Every skill follows the same neurological process. The first attempt is slow and uncertain. The second attempt is slightly better. With repetition, the brain strengthens pathways. Eventually, the action becomes automatic. This is called automaticity. Typing, driving, speaking, once difficult, become effortless because of repeated exposure. Repetition is not glamorous, but it is powerful. Professionals repeat fundamentals more than beginners do. Improvement does not come from repetition alone. It comes from corrected repetition. If you repeat mistakes without correction, you reinforce them. Seek feedback early and often. Record yourself speaking, review your code, analyze performance. Ask experienced individuals for input. The faster you correct mistakes, the faster you grow. Feedback is direction. Direction prevents wasted effort. Learning fast is not about shortcuts. It's about structure. It's about clarity. It's about focus. It's about repetition. It's about feedback. It's about consistency. When you master the process of learning, you remove the ceiling from your potential, because once you understand how to learn effectively, every new skill becomes easier than the last. And when skills become easier to acquire, growth becomes inevitable. The person who controls their learning speed controls their future. Master the process, and you can master anything.